Alright, we're going to be taking a look at this Batman Year One Artist Edition. So a little bit about me. My name is Walden Wong. I'm a comic book artist from Marvel. Look how large this book is. It's almost as large as half of my body. A little bit about me. My name is Walden Wong. I'm a comic book artist from Marvel and DC Comics. You can check out my website. It's waldenwongart.com. Over there, just different things that you can look at. And if you enjoy these videos, think about supporting me over on my Patreon page. It's patreon.com/waldenwongart. There's different tiers that you can show support for if you enjoy these videos. Anything you support helps me make these videos for you. So without further ado, let's take a look at Batman. Alright, so this is how it came. It came in its own box. Mazzucchelli. I don't know how to pronounce it. If you guys know how to pronounce the name, please comment down below. Pronouncing each word. David Mazzucchelli. I apologize for massacring the name. So here's the barcode. If those of you who need the barcode, if they have this on Amazon, I'll post the links below my video description so you can order it. So I'm going to open this, and I haven't looked at this yet, so it's going to be the first time I'm going to be looking at this with you. So here is the book. It's a big book, yeah, and it's still wrapped in plastic. So here is the front of the book. Here is the spine, David Mazzucchelli's Batman Year One Artist Edition, IDW. Here's the back, Batman Year One Artist Edition, big Batman logo. And I'm going to measure this out so you know the size of this. So if you're going to look for a bookshelf, probably need a larger size. So this is about almost 15 inches wide, and the height of this is almost a little bit more than 21 inches. So here we go. We're going to open up this package. It's interesting that some of these artist editions, they're larger and then some were smaller. So I don't know why the sizes aren't really consistent with each other. So let me open up this book. Kind of hard to open. Here we go. I'm going to open this up. Tear out the plastic wrap. Okay, so now there's no reflective glare in the video. Can I open up this? Okay, and then here's how the front cover looks. Okay, I want to move the video back slightly so we can see the whole image. And then one more time, the back, David Mazzucchelli's Batman Year One Artist Edition. Frank Miller wrote this. David was the artist on this. They also worked on Daredevil. So let's open up the book, see how the spine works. I'm going to open up from the center, and we're going to see how the spine opens up. See, so from right over here, take a look. See, kind of blurry. Let me see if I can get it to focus. So here's the inside spine. Looks okay, just some kind of like weirdness going on again. And we're gonna start from the front. Okay, so here's the inside front cover, a large image of Batman. And let's check out the back. So the back, inside back cover, this is the inside back cover. Okay, so we're going to look through the page. So if you're landing on my video and think about getting this, here's a view of how this book looks. Some of these artist editions, they're larger size, a little bit more expensive. And then if you're here to watch the video just to see if it's worth getting, hope this video helps you. Please give me a like, subscribe to my channel, because there will be more artist edition videos as I go. Okay, here's some of the inside work. Okay, about this edition, David's, I'm just going to say his first name without saying his last name. David's Batman Year One Artist Edition is part of an ongoing series, one depicted to showcase the extraordinary artist in a form as special as the work deserves. Okay, and this is a book you were never meant to see. Here's all the text. That's a lot of text. Just a lot of words. At age 25, preparing to draw a story that would redefine his origin, I asked myself, what does Batman look like? So I'm going to bring, let me see, if there's too much, David wrote this himself. Oh, he has this, At first I thought this was some wrinkles or folds over here, but this is actually part of the artwork that's in the back. This is how much words. Okay, not that much. I'm going to lift this up so those of you who want to read it, you can pause and play the video. Here's the top part. You're going to have to rewind it because I think it goes from the left column going downwards. Here's this. Pause and play. And then you can always go backwards to read the center section and the right section. We go here. Pause and play again. And then all the way to the bottom right there. And pause and play if you want to read all that. Now we're going to go to the next page. Next page right over here. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Hold it up if you want to read it. Pause and play. I'm going to start. You can read from the left side first, going down, and then rewind back a little bit to read the center. We go this section. All right, and then we have this section, and then the lower bottom section. If you wanted to read this, here we go. Good. All right. So now we're going to turn the page and look at each page one by one. Look at some of the beautiful artwork that's here. Looks like there's some of the concept sketches of David's work. There's a Batman page. Here we go. And there's a lot of borders. Like, there's a lot of borders that's happening here. Like, I'd rather the book be printed smaller because we really don't need to see all that extra space. Okay, let's take a look at the next page. These are some of the covers. These two are the covers. Here's this cover, and this one. Why print it so small with have such a large background? I'd rather you print it larger so we can see more of it. This is smaller than a comic book size. Okay, it could be that the scan is too, the resolution is too low, so if they had to like enlarge that, everything would be pixelated. So I can understand that. Here's some more. These images on this page and the upper left of the next page are reduced photocopies of partially inked pages. Okay, so reduced copies of partially inked pages. So that's why they printed these in a smaller. So artwork was originally done at 11 by 17, and then they made photocopies at a smaller 8.5 by 11, and that's how this get the scan. If they took these images and blow it up, it'll be a little bit more pixelated. So that's why they have these in a smaller format. Okay, so here, that's as many pages as they have. Then we go to the next page. Here's one of the covers. He will become the greatest crime fighter the world has ever known. It won't be easy. Chapter 1. Who am I? Who I am, how I came to be. Okay. And we have the next page. So we have page 2, page 3. I don't know if this is all pages in order, or it's just like scans of some of the artwork. So these are the 11 by 7. This looks like it's, let me see, maybe back then the artwork was drawn a little bit larger. So this is 19 and a half. The pages are 19 and a half. So this is the original size. The pages back then was drawn a little bit larger, and this is like 13 from here to here, 13 inches. Comic book artwork these days is 11 by 17. So I'm going to give you an example of 11 by 17. 11 by 17 is from here, okay? And 17 would be here. Okay, so from here. So these scans, if it's done in original size, then it's a little bit slightly bigger, the Bristol boards. Okay, here, interesting. This one's a little bit, this one's a little bit smaller. I want to measure out something. So let's see. I think the publisher just resized images himself. I'm going to go from the left side and right side of the inner live area. That's 10 inches. We're going to look at this part to see if this is 10 inches. Okay, so this is a little bit, inside the live area is a little bit more than 10 inches. And then in here, this is 10 inches. So, okay. So it is the board that's a little bit bigger. This is almost 10 inches. So back then, he used boards that's like, there's more sizes up there. And this one, it's the same board. I guess something up here got cropped off, got chopped off. Okay, we got the next page. Okay, very cool to see this in black and white for the first time. You can look at the way David did all the artwork, the way it's drawn, how how simple it is, yet how effective and detailed. All the light sources are done in the right place. Has a little bit of J.P. Leon look over here, or J.P. Leon could have been influenced by David's work. Okay, we have the next page. This is very nice. This looks very good. Catwoman here. Looking at the artwork, do we see a lot of whiteouts? When you look at these original art editions, some of the pages are a little bit yellowish, but if you see areas that's a little bit white, you can tell that there's a little bit of whiteout on top of it. Because whiteout will stay white for a long time, whereas original artwork, the pages kind of turn yellow. The outside of the original artwork turns a little bit more yellow because people handle it. Some of the hand oil just makes it a little bit yellow. Here's an example of a whiteout that was used. It's a little bit whiter. I'm going to bring this closer to the camera so you all can see. If you look at the trees, you'll see that that part is the center of the tree is a little bit more white compared to the background, which is a little more yellow, because that's some whiteout was used in those areas. So that's the fun part of looking at the original these artist editions. It's almost as if you're holding the actual artwork in your hands. So I'm making this video because I'm also a comic book artist. My name is Walden Wong. I do comic books for Marvel Comics, DC Comics, Image, Dark Horse, a lot of different publishers out there. You can also check out some of my work as well as a gallery and art. If you want to find out more about me, just check out my website. It's waldenwallart.com. I posted links in the beginning of the video, and I'm also posting links at the end of the video. So if you want to check out my website, you can learn more about my work as a comic book artist over there. And if you enjoy these videos and you'd like to see more, please think about supporting me over on Patreon. Again, links are before and after the video. My Patreon is patreon.com/WaldenWallArt, and over there there's different tiers that you can check out if you want to show support, and I can make more of these videos for you. Okay, here's some of the inside pages. I personally like all the larger ink pages. Some of these are small. These could be printed. This is actually smaller than a comic book page. Yeah, print it up a little bit larger next time. We buy these larger. Oh, this page just started ripping. We buy these larger artist editions so we can see everything in full size, and then you guys print these pages that's so small. Like, what's the point? What's the point? Like, make this larger. Why waste all this area? Okay, is this like a overlay page? Yep, there's an overlay page. So originally this was done, and then maybe later on, editorial or something, they decided to have like a background drawn over there. Or it could be, this was probably done for the colors to do some kind of a coloring effect. Okay, here's the next page. So these pages over here is pretty detailed. A lot is going on here. We have sequential panels going from left to right, and everything works really well. Okay, and then we have the next page. So here's a smaller page, and then here's a larger page. I don't think the artist drew that. Here's 10, and then here's 12. So this tells me that IDW, when they made a call out to the like collectors, if you have any of these original art pages, some collectors have a larger size scanner, some have a smaller scanner, some are scanning at a certain resolution, some are scanning, for example, they're scanning at 1200 dpi, and others are scanning at 300 dpi. So when the publisher gets it, this is as large as they can have the image. If they go any larger, things will get pixelated. So this is as large as they can go to keep things clear and to not have it pixelated. Okay. Yeah, so when publishers do these artist editions, they're really at the whim of the collectors that's making the scans, or the person that owns the original arts. Be that it may, it could be the comic book artist that still has it, or it could be like the inker that still has it, or it was a gift to somebody else that was scanned the artwork. Everyone scans artwork differently because a lot of collectors, they don't really know how to scan artwork like the way a comic book artist would know how to scan it. A comic book artist knows how to scan in a specific way. For example, the way I scan artwork at 1200 dpi. After I scan it at 1200 dpi, then I release it then I'll reduce it to 600 dpi. Some of you might ask, why don't you just scan at 600 dpi? The reason for that is when I scan at 600 dpi, it will pick up so much information. But if I scan at 1200 dpi, it picks up more information. Once it has that, the file is larger, but then when I reduce it, it maintains all of that higher resolution scans, like all the edges, all the sharpness of it. So the higher you scan, the higher the resolution in full size, the more detail will pick up. And even if you reduce that to like say 100 dpi, it still has all that details. So say the publisher printed this book and they wanted it at 600 dpi, and then you only scanned it at 300 dpi. The resolution is too small to enlarge that image. But if you had it scanned at a larger resolution and the publisher only needed a smaller size, they can reduce it themselves and still maintain the sharpness of the quality. This I don't know. This is hardly anything. I don't know what this is. No description, no whatever. This is page 46. What is this? Yeah, no description as to what's going on, why these pages are happening. I didn't read the foreword in the beginning because once I made this video, I just started filming it and didn't read all the stuff. Maybe these are the preliminaries before they started drawing the pages. And then these image shows a reduced photocopy of the full-size pencil page, okay? And then here, there's the bed. Let's see if I can try to remember the bed. Remember a few images. And here's Batman falling down. Okay, so maybe the next few images where there's a full size, we'll see the bed and Batman falling down. Here's some whiteout for the glare. Here's some of the bats. This may look like it's something easy, but this does take a long time to draw in all these bats one at a time and overlapping each other. So here's another. So there's Batman falling. So these are the prelims for the pencils before it was inked. So here's this page. So I'm assuming this page right here is the pencils, and then here's the ink page. Interesting why the publisher didn't. I mean, I can see they want everything in order where they have all the pencils in like over here and then on the ink page. But wouldn't it be more fun if we had the pencils on one side and then the inks on the other side, so we can compare side by side as opposed to flipping this page back and forth just to see like the details. Where is that Batman page? So we have, instead of going like, oh, look at this and look at that, look backwards, look at this. Here's this one, and then we look at this. We're just going back and forth. It'll be easy. It'll be nicer to just have it all here. Okay, that's preference also. Some artists or some readers, they prefer, like my preference, to have it right next to each other so I can see the details and what was before and what was after. Okay, so there's a lot of whiteout action going on in the cat. I'm gonna bring it up to the camera so you guys can see all that whiteness on the cat. So that cat was redrawn a few times just to make sure that it was drawn correctly. Okay, we're gonna go to the next page. We have Batman over here. Quite a lot of detail. Yeah, quite a lot of details. It looks really nice. The work. Seems like a lot of brushwork was used. Not that many pen work. Even some of the backgrounds, brushes were used. So, yeah, David's really good with using brushwork. Even these speed lines was brushwork. Same here, as well as these bats. Okay. So yeah, check out the link under my video description to look for the Batman Year One. Hopefully, there's this artist edition. If the artist edition is not there, there'll be links to the graphic novel over on Amazon. Anything you order from my links, I get a little bit of kickback that helps me make more of these videos for you. So thank you in advance for that. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Okay, speed lines, and then now there's the bed page. Now we have Batman in the alley with the light over here. Let's see, we see that coming up, okay? And then we have some of the like some of the other interior pages. So I think this breaks up some of the each issue. Okay, so this one looks like there's more pages. So we have that page that we saw earlier. right over here. Let's take a second and look at the artistry of this. Okay, and then we have the next page. Okay. Very, very cool seeing this in black and white. Okay, very, very nice. Okay, so some of these crops, let me explain what these crops were. Back then in making comic books, when they make production plates for comic book artwork, the original art is sent to like a printing process. And in order for them to fit this thing in a slot, like there's these little brackets, they would fit the page in there. And sometimes it'll be hard to remove the page because it's just fit in the slot. So the printing companies, they'll just cut here. Sometimes you see some Marvel pages where on top it's like cut on the top and just like a little angle. It's so once they're done scanning it, this fits in there, and then it's easier for them to remove the page later. That's why there's that cut there. Most of the newer pages these days, because the artwork doesn't leave the comic book artist, we don't really need to crop any of those pages. But all of those crop stuff that you've seen before was because in production it's hard for them to remove that without cutting it, so they can like dig it up. Here's this page. Yeah, as a comic book artist these days, oh, this is strange. Why was this inked all the way to the outside? Here's the bleed lines. Okay, maybe it's interesting that they cut this. I don't know why they would want to cut this and then crop a little here just to remove that. That's interesting. Interesting how that happens. Okay, not full bleed, so that means they want the lines to be on the inside. So those was those cuts for them to like remove, like what I mentioned earlier. Interesting how the image drawings got larger and they're cropping the edge out. These are bleed lines. This is the left hand, right hand. No real reason why that needs to be cut. Maybe back then it was a printing process. I don't understand that process. Okay, we all recognize this image. Okay, and then now we have some of the soft cover artwork, Batman Year One's covers that they decided on. Here's this one, and then we have this one. We have a few of some of the. So here's a stat. Here's the original artwork that was done, and then artwork that's done on top of it. I mean, it's cool and all. Like, I mean, it's cool to have the stat, but I would like to know the explanation as to why this was done this way. Maybe a little blurb underneath here, instead of just showing, oh, this is a cool factor of having a acetate that goes on top. Like, why? Okay, I like to know the reason why rather than just seeing it as a cool factor. Okay, here's Batman. And then biography. Let's take a look at the biography. I'm going to bring it up closer. Again, feel free to pause the video if you'd like to read this. So right over here, we go a quick look. Okay, and then that's David's biography. And we're going to take, here's the last page. And then here it is, the inside back cover. Here's the book. Here's the inside front cover. The back of the book, David Batman Year One Artist Edition. Okay, very cool. The spine. Here's the spine. Very, very large. It's about the size of my arm. Look how big that is. And then here's the cover with some stains over here. The stains is a scan of the original art. There was no stains on the actual cover. It looks messy, but sometimes this is a full scan. There's some whiteout to remove the lake that was originally inside. And then the bottom. And then there's Batman. So there you have it. That is Batman Year One Artist Edition. I can't believe how large this book is. So check out my website. It's waldenart.com. There's different things that you can look at. My gallery, my shop page, page that you can order original art. And you can also check out my Patreon page. It's patreon.com/waldenart. Over there, there's different tiers that you can look at. So feel free to check it out. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Like, share, and subscribe. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.